Today I was having a discussion with my friend about antinatalism, and he said to me, I think you're an antinatalist because you don't like children. I mean, if you like children, you'd want to have them. And I said to him, I'm an antinatalist because I love children. Saying that I'm an antinatalist because I don't like children is like saying I'm a vegan because I don't like animals. No, I'm a vegan because I love animals. I'm a vegan because I hate how we are treating animals. I don't want to see animals suffering. I'm an antinatalist because I don't want to see humans suffering. A lot of people that are having children because they are naive. They don't understand how this world really works. They don't understand that there are people that are really powerful, that are controlling everything, and that are benefiting a lot from our suffering. There are people who are benefiting a lot from our labor. We do benefit, but really we're benefiting just enough to keep going. That's it. That's what it's about. They pay us for our labor so that we will be able to buy food, so that we'll be able to protect ourselves. That's it. So that we'll be able to go to work. That's what it's about. It ain't about us. We're not slaves because that's how things should be, because that's what's best for us. No, it's not about that. We're slaves because we are not conscious enough to realize that we're slaves. So we think that if we keep on having children, we are doing them a favor. We don't realize that we're bringing them into this system of slavery that we have allowed people to create for us. And we want them to, comply. Because when you comply, things are a bit easier. If you say, fuck that, I'm not going to comply, I'm not going to do what other people are doing here, you're going to suffer a lot. So really, it's about choosing your own suffering. You once you're brought here, you have to choose whether you're going to be a slave and suffer as a slave, or whether you're going to, be defiant and suffer for that. But really, if you want to be real, then you must not be afraid of pain. Because it's really painful to really be yourself, to really think outside the box, to not go with the crowd. But really, that's the best option that you have if you really, really want to be free. That's why Luke Fiasco said, sometimes living in a world like this is pretty hard not to go insane. Not pretty if you don't comply. Pretty easy if you don't complain. Stand there like you don't feel pain. Not pretty if you don't comply. If you don't comply, things are going to be hard. But really, if you want to be free, that's the road that you got to take. A lot of people that are bringing children into this world don't realize that. You are bringing people into a war zone where they could either choose to be slaves or choose to be free but live a very painful life. That's it. The problem is people don't know how to think. They don't know how to ask the right questions. They don't ask themselves, what the heck are we doing here? And does it make sense that I have to dedicate my time into working for someone in order to survive? Why is it that I don't have any other options? Why is it that if I decide that I don't want to do that, I have to suffer? Does it make sense that I bring another person to do that? To do the things that I'm doing in order to survive? Is that meaningful? Because when you really think about it, it ain't meaningful. There ain't that many people that have lived meaningful lives here. Most people just had to live like slaves. Most people are just slaves to their desires. Like, I want food, so I gotta go and slave away in order to buy food. I want sex, so I gotta go and slave away, so that I'll get female approval. But the truth is, really, if you want to be free, then you must say to yourself, I gotta be free, straight up. Even if it means, suffering worse than if I decided to comply. But that's what I want. I want freedom. I don't want to be a slave. I don't believe in being a slave. I believe in doing what I love doing. Animals are doing things that they love doing. That's how they survive. They're doing things that they love doing. Humans are supposed to do things that they hate doing in order to get the things that they want. But animals have to do things that they love doing in order to get the things that they like. That's why animals are happier than humans. Humans are suffering a lot because they're slaves. We shouldn't lie to ourselves, and say that we're not slaves. We are slaves. You are working to survive. Slaves were working to survive. That's what slavery is. If you have to wake up in the morning and go to work, even if you don't want to go to work, and you work for someone who's more powerful, that's slavery. It's not a choice. It is a choice. It is a choice. Kanye West said slavery was a choice. I'll explain how slavery is a choice. I'll explain why I say that it's a choice. But yeah, you are a slave. That is a fact. It isn't, something that we need to debate. You don't want to wake up in the morning and go to work. A lot of people are complaining about their jobs. There are a few people who are doing what they love in order to survive. Very, very few people in this world. Most people are just slaves. But the truth is, man, once you bring someone here, they have to be a slave somehow. It just differs with degrees. There are people who are at the bottom. These people are the real slaves. But really, even if you are at the top, you are a slave to someone. You are a slave to something. So this world is about slavery. That's it. And if you're not conscious enough, you're not going to realize that. You're not going to realize that when you bring a child here, you're bringing them into a trap where they will have to choose whether they're going to be a slave or whether they're going to be free and suffer. We have to think. We're not doing people a favor by bringing them here, bro. This world is brutal. Anything can happen. Your child can get kidnapped and get raped for years. Your child can be sold to, become a prostitute. It can happen. Child trafficking is a real thing. You could die after giving birth and that child goes through hell. It can happen. Your child can suffer from serious illness. It can happen. Anything can happen. So you have to think, is it wrong to decide that you don't want to bring a child into a world that is this fucked up? Or what is actually wrong is bringing a child into a world that is this fucked up. If there was a war outside, and as a man, I told my sisters, you know what, we gotta go and fight. Well, do you think that I will be doing a good thing? Or I'll be doing a good thing if I said, you know what, stay here, let me go and fight. Because I'm stronger, let me go and fight. I shouldn't be dragging people into this war because I know that it's a war zone. I'm already here, let me fight. I'm going to deal with being here. But I'm not going to bring more people to come and deal with this bullshit. I'm intelligent enough to realize that this is slavery. I'm intelligent enough to realize that we are being controlled, we are being lied to, we are being manipulated. There are people who are at the top who know exactly what is going on, who have a technology that allows them to do a lot of things that normal people like me cannot even imagine. So I mustn't be bringing more people here. It doesn't make any sense because they'll have to do the same things that I'm doing. That's it. It's not like they're gonna become so powerful. And something that you need to realize is that for a person to become powerful, they have to have a lot of people. You don't just become powerful. They're not going to allow you to just become powerful. So you have to do a lot of shady things, to get to the top. So that means you're going to have to cross a lot of people. You're going to have to hurt a lot of people. And that's how things are in this world. It's a war zone. This is not a friendly place, right? You come here if you want to fight. That's it. So you can't just drag someone from wherever they are into a place where they have to fight in order to survive and call that a good thing. No, it is not a good thing. It's evil. Very, very evil. You're not doing a child a favor by bringing them here. You're cursing them. Thank you.